am fascinated by the physical manifestation of grief and other intense psychological states. Recently, my work has focused on the widely felt experience of ecological grief and anxiety associated with climate change and the loss of fragile ecosystems. In 2019, I was awarded a 3-month residency on the Isle of Skye, part of the Inner Hebrides off the northwest coast of Scotland. There, I was constantly aware of the monumental presence of this tortured landscape, the bleak and desolate beauty, and a sparse population at the mercy of the elements. On every horizon were mountains and ridges shaped by fire, ice, wind, water, and time. A few short miles in any direction was a coastline strewn with extraordinary rock formations carved by sea and wind. I photographed myself immersed in this rugged, isolated terrain, undertaking a solitary performance that oscillated between awe, despair, mourning, reverence, and solace. This was like a private meditation, witnessed only by a camera lens activated by remote control. It was physically demanding, both exhausting and exhilarating, to hike with my equipment far enough away from any onlookers, to lay my face against the rocks, to wedge my body into impossible spaces, and to get closer to that landscape than I imagine any other human has done before me. It was as though I was acting out a collective grief, keeping vigil for a dying planet. Back in the studio, these photographs are translated into drawings through a process of meticulous, emotionally laden mark-making. I get to know every rock and crevice intimately as I bring the landscape into being with charcoal and ink. First loosely, building up and erasing to create tonal values, before refining the intricate details with very fine ink pens. In Skye, I felt vulnerable, humbled, and insignificant in comparison to the vastness of my surroundings, yet also a deep and uneasy love for this challenging yet wildly beautiful place. By going outwards into the landscape, I was also going inwards to an internal landscape and a state of deep introspection, causing me to question my own role as an artist in the damage we are inflicting upon the natural environment. Am I merely a witness, a passive observer, or an active participant?